Welcome to Practical Principles. This is Practical Prince. Today we're doing talk and tarot. So let me swap that out. Sorry for the late start, but it is what it is. And I'll get our guide and our camera set up. Hope you're doing well. If you've got questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments. We'll just do them first come, first serve. And yeah. I'll need to mute a bit for setting up the camera, but I'll let you know once I get to that point. And here we go. Okay. Sorry about that. And we've got our camera, which is good because, well, that's what we like to see. Okay. Oh, and they moved it. It's here now. Back camera. All right. That's good to go. We have our cards. I guess I can start shuffling. Used a lot of Prisma last time. Hey, Sashwat. How's it going? Hey, Elizabeth. Just skipping over November? I'm doing well. Shaved today, got a reception to go to, but other than that, pretty good. Excellent. Pretty good. Yep, my morning just got started, so I get to start with the fun stuff here. Good, I guess. Okay. So you already know that's going to be rough? Is that what it is? Okay. All right, let me figure out which one of these is going to answer for December. Looks like it'll be Cosma. And then, Tom, if you have a question, go ahead and drop it in. But we've got Sashwa and Elizabeth right now. So you'll have to give me a little time for that. Okay. Doing well, Lavina. How are you? Hey, Denise. How's it going? Um, you're right. We did have a bunch of people hop on, so let me go ahead and start that list. Doom-ba-doom. And let me clear some space first. Okay. So, Sasquatch. Sorry if it sounds like Sasquatch. Um, I can spell Elizabeth. Elizabeth. There we go. And then Tom popped in, but I don't know if he has a question or not. Let's see. So then after that, Lavina and Denny's, if you have questions. So, Sashwat, Lizbeth, Tom, if he has a question, then Lavina, then Denny's. Yep. Okay. I have a job offer. Not sure if I'll take it yet, but it pays less than I used to make. But at the same time, I don't need that much. So it definitely covers my needs. December. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I've got a couple light ones, but trying to find the meat of it if we get to know. Good cards, but better cards. Yeah. I mean, Lavina, part of it is trusting the querent that they're asking the right question to a certain extent. I'm obviously skeptical of some, but uh, yeah, it's fine. Okay. Okay. And okay. Oh, it's fine. Gosh, I'm just gonna need to put the other cards back. Camera though. So 3 cards. Oh, that's in the way. So these 2 very light touches. Oh, my bad. Well, let's make that big. Very light touches over here. Um, this is like the fine print of December. So I don't know how relevant that is or how much you should really worry. Nothing really hits heavy. But this is, well, it's going to be a thing. So the Geomancer, okay, the Peacemaker, and the Spirit Plane. Okay. Um, I mean, that could be something about Restream, just addressing Lavina's thing. Oh, you're right. Yeah, because I'm seeing, well, your comments. Sashwat was the last person before you. Oh, did it reverse its order? Because I think your latest comment is now at the bottom of that. Oh, that's interesting. It just used to be that the new comments would come to the top as opposed to the bottom. Um, that more accurately reflects what I see in the chat I have on the side, but yeah. And you're correct. I haven't got to the cards yet. So nothing bad here, really. I want to double check Spirit Plane. This is normally the Chariot. I want to say this would normally be King of Chalices and then Queen of Pentacles. But I'll go through the cards and double check. So let me set this aside. Hey, Tomohiro. Yeah, I can add you to the list. So go ahead and drop your question. Yep. And we'll start with the Geomancer since that's going to be, well, the one that you'll feel the most. The others are just so light. Generous, sensible, nurturing. In a reading, the Geomancer is a symbol of a deep connection to the earth and its alluring powers. They channel this earth magic with such compassion and comfort that it almost moves through them as a conduit. The Geomancer embodies generosity and asks us to be sensible with how we spend our money and what we can do to nurture the earth. They have a remarkable ability to see upcoming events by reading the earth's past and can cast a shield of light in a dimming world. I mean, for me, December has Christmas, so a lot of that just fits in with that Christmas spirit or Christmas time. So, let's go to the Peacemaker, normally King of Chalices or King of Cups. And this was light as well as the Spirit Plane. Diplomatic, tolerant, sympathetic. The Peacemaker is able to maintain a level head and rebalance nearly any situation. They are neutral in most matters and are often appointed as the mediator. The Peacemaker is a card of fairness and unbiased judgment. If it appears you may be finding peace in oppositions, it is a good sign to continue in the direction your heart has been taking you. This card is sympathetic, with bold decision-making, and suggests that balance will be found when your heart and mind are well aligned. So I don't know if maybe you help resolve some disputes, or even just somebody else steps in to help resolve some. But again, that's so light. I don't really want to spend much time on it. The spirit plane, which would normally be the chariot. Rest, feeling at home, rejuvenation. When the spirit plane shows up in a reading, take it as a suggestion for meditative rest and reflection. Appreciate what skills you have acquired and who you have become already at this point in your life. Know that you are a remarkable being and let it rejuvenate your weary soul. Then take these feelings and that internal power that you have acquired and hold on tight, because this next chapter is only just beginning. This is a card about becoming who you are and feeling at home with yourself and your surroundings. It can be worrisome for those who fear stillness, but stillness is sometimes the best move to make. Yeah, absolutely. None of that seems out of place for December, as far as I'm concerned, and all of it very good. So, I guess smooth sailing in a sense. Yeah, the chariot. This one doesn't have that sense of forward motion that the chariot usually has associated with it. Um, but yeah, very much relax. Some stuff gets resolved. Mostly Christmas, as far as I can tell. Yes, it is. Okay. And then let me get Elizabeth's question. Love. Current boyfriend, and does he cheat? Okay. Sure. We can highlight that. Excellent. Glad I could help. And this is probably Destiny. Yeah. Let's remove this. Okay. Like, I gotta wonder if they get any good business that way. Current feelings. Cheating. Okay. Is that all we're doing? Okay. I mean, it feels like I'm only getting part of it, but it seems like you've got the other part. So, um, this is speaking to Tom, this intentions towards you. We didn't get a feelings card, but I assume that this is going to clarify most things. And then, as far as cheating, if we need to do a follow up, we'll just pull more cards. But temperance. And then, what do we have over here? The tower. Revelation, destruction. So, I mean, temperance would normally be a good card, but they're not really planning on this lasting as far as I can tell. So, um, yeah, I don't know if they're just forestalling what they're planning to do inevitably, but yeah, that doesn't seem good for the long term. Um, Let me double check temperance to see if anything stands out. Because I don't know that they're actively cheating or wanting to. They might be wanting to, but they could be moderating that. That's the sort of thing we could be getting from temperance. So let me go ahead and pop this. And let's go find temperance. Reminds you that in a potentially volatile situation, you must temper your thoughts and actions to find balance and harmony. When this card shows up, it encourages peace and patience. Yeah. So, I mean, at present, they're probably moderating themselves very well. Um, Even if they had an inclination to cheat, but this would suggest that they're able to rein that in pretty well. So, but as far as the relationship itself, it doesn't seem like they expect it to last long. Any questions? Uh, your relationship, it doesn't seem like he expects it to last long. With the tower, that's destruction, sorry, upheaval. So, yeah, it's almost a tumultuous end that he's expecting. Excuse me. Did that clarify things? Um, Gosh, I don't know. Yeah, that's going to be hard to say. I mean, with his temperance, he could be putting up with this for a lot longer than he really should, or you should. You're just getting to see this angle of it. So, yeah. I mean, in other situations, it would usually come to an end pretty quick, but with that, I don't know. So, I mean, you can try and preempt it, talk about it, um, at least get that time back. But yeah, that sort of, and at least as far as getting closure and whatnot, that requires them to be honest and answers. And you never know if that's going to be the case or not. So, um, I don't think we got a question from Tom. So we'll be doing Lavina next, and then someone popped in. Tomohiro asked for a reading, but we don't have your question yet either. So if you want to drop that in, otherwise, well, we'll just see when we get to your turn. No problem. Glad I could help. Thanks for repeating yourself. Right. Um, I guess I'm inclined to start with the second question. Get the thoughts and the feelings. So, because I mean, depending on that, we might not need to answer the first, but we'll see. sure we got them all. Topic. Okay, we'll probably need a follow up for the when. And I guess technically the will, but there we go. So 4 cards. This is a read on him. The sense I got for this was a principle in their life as opposed to an influence. Thoughts, feelings. So towards you. And I need to read Knight of Pentacles. Strength. Okay. The Star. And then for their principle, Page of Pentacles. Okay. So, I mean, it seems good. Knight of Pentacles, I'll need to double check. I mean, as far as how this would play out in the current situation, it seems like they're honestly going to, and not to say it because I think it might have a negative connotation, but they'll honestly vet you, really figure out how you stack up as a potential wife. So, a bit of thoroughness there. Strength, I mean, it's resilient. So, as far as feelings go, I think they're open to the prospect. The Star is good for them personally, um, which I guess to an extent is good for you as they're an option potentially. Page of Pentacles, I'll want to double check. I mean, the notes are visionary and good news, but as far as what principle that's representing in their life, I want some details to help figure that out. So let me set this down. Hey, Connie Priya. Okay. Much better. Okay. Page of Pentacles. That's what it was. Here we go. Embodiment of a new phase in your life, particularly regarding health, finances, and work. The page reveals auspicious new beginnings, progress, and adventure. It's time to nurture your skills and abilities because there may be a job offer or an offer made in the future. That's a Pentacles thing. However, you must pay attention to the details, and given that they, well, at least paying attention to your details. Sorry, that's probably going to be easy for them. Ensure your plan is practical, realistic. The page is hardworking and reliable. This person is young, full of vigor, with the potential to achieve great things. You're asked to take new raw opportunity and through concrete steps say yes to the universe in order to create something unique and new. So, I mean, I don't want to say it's similar to the idea of a perpetual student, someone who's always learning. Um, and that's not to say they'll always be studying per se, but well, they're always improving. I guess would be the best way to look at that. Hmm. So that makes sense. Okay. And then, yeah, you also wanted to know, will you guys be meeting and when? Okay. And Kanye go ahead and ask your question if you'd like. I'll add you to the list once I'm done with Lavina. Yeah. As far as them as a person, a prospect, and feelings towards you, good. It's not fancy. They're not white knight in shining armor sort of person, but they're still a good person. So, and they're not necessarily a romantic. You would probably get, gosh, what would that be? Knight of Wands, I want to say, something like that. Maybe Knight of Cups, but yeah, still a good prospect. Let's see if we can get if and when. Okay. So we got a yes no about if, and it's probably a yes because this is answering when, and this is going to help clarify it. That's just filling in the yes no. So Wheel of Fortune, Page of Swords, and then the Moon. Let me double check the Page of Swords. The Moon is no. Wheel of Fortune would be yes. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. The Page is a yes too. So two yeses, no. It'll take time, but yeah, it'll happen. Hey, Julia, how's it going? Yes, I'll add you to the list. Give me a moment. Excellent. Um, yeah, with Wheel of Fortune, because I've had this one come up before when speaking to a when, and I'm getting the same impression that it's speaking to a change in season. Um, and then how does this clarify that? I don't know that I have that answer. The notes on the card are contracts and information, but let me go skim the guide real fast, see if something stands out. Page of contracts, Page of Swords. There we go. Anyways, I mean, I'm sort of getting the impression of New Year's, but I don't know that that's a change in season where you guys are. So I don't know if it's like, because it could also be like start of a semester, which makes sense with his teaching. So probably a bit before that, but I don't know where those coincide. That's the only thing. So you might have to localize that for me because I'm not as familiar with your area. Um, so yeah, probably not. Well, not within a month. Um, I mean, yeah, and after that, I'm not exactly sure when. We've talked to change in season, something new. I don't know if that's the new year or a new semester or something, but it's sooner rather than later, just probably not next month. So yeah, I don't know if December is too early. It'll you'll just have to localize that for me. If you can read that better, by all means, but I don't think I've got anything more specific. Okay. So yeah, I would be expecting it around there as far as meeting. No problem. Okay, let me add Kanye Priya as well as Julia. Huh, that might be good for him. Okay, no problem. Oh, I should find. So, Tom didn't ask their question. Did Denny's ask theirs? I don't remember. Let's go see. They might have just said hi. Tomohiro hasn't asked theirs either. Yeah, Denny's didn't ask theirs. So, I guess we'll stick a question mark there. Oh, same with Tomohiro. So I guess Kanupriya, if you have a question, let me know. Otherwise, we might be skipping all the way to Julia at this point. Yeah, I'll just double check. Don't want to miss anyone. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Kanupriya, Julia, whoever wants to drop their question in. I'm not seeing anybody else, or I guess anybody else watching who wants to ask a question. Go ahead and put that in. Because right now we're on top of it. We've answered all the questions that have been asked, even though more people have stopped in. So let's find out. And I'm going to try focusing more on a when rather than if. See if we can get some idea of when that's coming. Okay. We got 2 cards, and we'll flip and figure out how they work together. So you also got Wheel of Fortune. I don't know if you just heard Lavina's. Then we've also got 8 of Swords. I mean, this normally deals with self-entrapment, so part of it would be, and well, let me double check first. Yeah, go ahead, Lavina. Let me finish with Julia, though. Yeah. So this would suggest that you're partly in your own way. So that's putting a damper on it. As far as how, I really don't know whether it's being blind to options you may actually have or not recognizing them, or whether you just need to work through some stuff to be more available to people. I don't know. of Fortune. Let me see. I think the number might actually be relevant in this case. 10. Yeah. So 10-day mark. Let me see if I can figure out what's going on around then. Yeah. So I mean, as far as I can tell, 10 days, that's roughly when you open your eyes and see an option. I don't know. They could be a new person, um, or it could be someone you already know, but really, yeah, you stew on this, work through this, and then 10-day mark, there should be some sort of recognition of who it is. I don't know that you'll even have an interaction with them because it could just be your eyes opening to someone. So glad to have you. So, Julia, this is more specific than I'm used to. Let me know how that goes. Um, but yeah, any questions on that? Okay. And yeah, let me know how that goes. Because that is, well, more specific than I'm used to. Okay. Well, I don't really feel wrong about it. But yeah, it's just interesting. So, no problem. Secondhand car. And that's probably not Destiny. Let me- Could have been Cosmo too, but this seems more like a Prisma question to me. And we'll just start with the first part. Should you buy one? Because, I mean, if it's the right thing to do, then does the win really matter? I don't know. Set that aside for now. Okay. Okay, I could pull cards, but I'm getting a strong impression that the answer is yes. So let me go ahead and flash this for a moment just in case you wanted to double check. The answer was yes on should you. Um, Let me focus now on the when will you get it. Okay, only one card. Eight of Swords. I mean, we saw what this meant for Julia, but yeah, it's the same sort of impression. You've got options that you've either not realized or haven't considered. Maybe you have means that you haven't realized. But yeah, none of this really says that there's going to be a way. It's really on you to work through that and piece together what that solution actually is. I don't know if maybe you've been too restrictive or something, but I mean, the important thing I would take away from this is you do have the means of acquiring one. So, well, I would take it from there. If you come to a different conclusion, then probably missed a step or something. So, not sure that really helps you get to the end, but hopefully there's a silver lining of optimism in that there is one that you can get to. Yeah. So, as far as the first part, should you buy a secondhand car right now? The answer was yes. Um, as far as the when and when will you get it, that was the Eight of Swords, um, which says basically that you have the means and you just haven't realized it. Um, and that's not to say that you have all the information per se, but you have enough tools and your resources at your disposal that you could find the answer. So as far as when, it's once you figure that out and sort through that. Um, so does that make sense? No problem. Okay, and well, let's go ahead and right. I figure that's part of what's going on. And I don't know if it's like you haven't considered some other lots or other ways of acquiring it, whether it's online or driving around. I don't know if you guys have people who do the sit the car out somewhere with a price on it, but could be something like that. Um, yeah, I mean, it could obviously be just the choice of budget, but yeah. Well, the answer was yes, as far as buying the car. As far as the when, we don't really know. But I mean, the Eight of Swords would indicate it's really in your power, um, whether you realize it or not. So, okay. Well, that's good then. Okay, let me pop that one. Okay. Okay. And so then it might just be more a matter of putting in the effort of vetting them and working out which one is worth it. So, no problem. Okay. Seems like a slow day, so I think we might just end early. I'll pop our schedule. We've got Monday, Wednesday, Friday, different times. I am looking for a job. Well, yeah, I have an offer, so this may get changed in the near future. So expect that. And otherwise, we've got our link tree. So if you want to check out the social media, I haven't really been posting, but I think it's fun to do. And then there's the streaming and then the PayPal as well, if you'd like to donate. And hope you guys have a great Friday, a wonderful weekend, and until next time.